Welcome to Woods Cross High School for another edition of High School Rewind, available only on Xfinity On Demand. We are here to bring you the first ever meeting between the Woods Cross Wildcats and the Herriman Mustangs. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here. And these two teams picked a whale of a time to play their first ever meeting. We will start off with the Herriman Mustangs. They come in 1-3 overall, but that record a little deceiving, coming off an overtime loss to the Bingham Miners and a very tough loss for the Mustangs, but that shows you how competitive this team can be. They return their leading scorer from last year, that being David Maynard, and he is having a fantastic season. Averaged 18 points per game last year. This year so far, through the first 4 games, averaging over 26. That is good for number 2 in 5A and number 3 in the entire state. He has been lighting it up offensively for the Mustangs. They also return their number 3 scorer from last year, that being Alec Johnson. He is averaging 13 points per game. And then Jake Sutton down low, the big sophomore. He is having a really good season. This guy carries Windex in his shoes as he's been cleaning up the glass with nearly 8 rebounds per game. That is top 5 in 5A as well. So they've got a number of leaders on this Herriman Mustangs squad. They come in to face the Woods Cross Wildcats, and there's not been a team that has put more points on the board through 4 games than Woods Cross. They come in averaging nearly 75 points per game. This is a team that lives and dies right now by the 3 ball, and they are living as it is. They come in 4-0, coming off a nice victory over the Viewmont Vikings, a game in which they hit 13 3-pointers as a team, and Jowers, Grant, and Harry had 3 apiece. They really can spread the scoring around. Those 3 lead the team in scoring. Garrett Grant actually leads the state in 3-pointers per game. Through 4 games, he's hit 18. That's 4.5 threes per game for Garrett Grant. Meanwhile, Luke Jowers is second on the team in scoring. He has nearly 15 points per game. Zakeel Harry also in double figures with nearly 11. Those 3 provide a lot of balance, but it's not just them for the Wildcats. This is a team that has some good post play between Howie and Mulestein down low. They don't get a lot of credit because this team right now is making a lot of perimeter shots, and they hope that luck continues here tonight on their home floor. Going to be really fun to see. Can the Wildcats contain one of the best scorers in the entire state? Meanwhile, can the Mustangs buck the hot shooting of the Wildcats? Well, we're about to find out now as we send you down to the center circle for the opening tip. Ready to tip things off is Woods Cross in their home whites. Herriman in the road red. The tip going to be between Jake Sutton, the talented sophomore, and Travis Howie. This one tipped back to David Maynard, and he will bring the ball up, and that is going to be a name that you will hear often. The junior guard, we mentioned how good he was last year, this year even better. Only a junior, so he is coming back for another one. Boy, what a good sign for this Herriman program. Love to hear that. This is Maynard again with it, top of the key, looking to drive against Grant. In the key, dumps it off underneath the Sutton, and Sutton gets the first points of the ball game. Head to the senior center, Jake Sutton, 2-0 Herriman. Zakeel Harry brings it up. Man defense here for Herriman. Grant looking to drive. He's got a lane. That one hard off the glass. And there was Sutton with the board. Quickly up the other way. Maynard thought about pulling up. Now kicks it outside. 3-pointer on the way. That one is good. And Alec Johnson gives the Wildcats a taste of their own medicine. A 3 of his own. 5-0 Herriman. 1 minute into the contest. Boy, good sign is now Grant open on the baseline. That one no good. Missed everything, and the rebound by the smallest man on the court, Tyus Jefferson. Coming down the other way, and that was Grant who knocked it out of the hands of Devin Wilkins. Jowers thought about the 3. Now cross-court pass inside to Howie. We mentioned Howie has the ability in the paint. Zakeel Harry, that one hits the back of the iron, rebounded by Howie, and Howie and Sutton, that's going to be a fun matchup if it gets to that point. But Garrett Grant kicks in his first offensive points of the evening. Top of the key 3-pointer for Garrett Grant. We mentioned averaging 4.5 of those per game. His first one here. Here's Maynard being guarded by Luke Jowers on the drive, going glass. And David Maynard with the bucket. Right now, Herriman able to get some points in the paint. That's a good thing for the Mustangs in this one. Grant again from the baseline. That one hit the iron and rebounded by Johnson. Alec Johnson now pushing the floor. He gets fouled. Is it good? No, this one on the floor, no bucket. Foul was on Pullman. That was his first foul. Here's a jumper from Maynard, and Maynard from 6 inches inside the three-point line. That's only a 2. 9-3 should be the score. The scoreboard right now says 10. We'll get that sorted out. Luke Jowers for 3. No good. Howie with the board. Zakil Harry going back inside now to Howie. Boy, he almost left that pivot foot. Nice job staying planted there. Nice drive by Grant, trying to get it to Howie, and we're going to have a jump ball situation on the floor. Possession will stay here with Woods Cross. Jordan Glauser is checked in for Herriman as Jake Sutton will head to the bench. This inbounded to Jowers underneath, and he gets the friendly bounce. 9-5 is the score, as they did get that 3 reduced to a 2. Herriman now looking to set up. Man defense as well for Woods Cross here in the early going. Glauser's pass deflected by Harry. It will stay here with Herriman. Wide open underneath, and now backing it out is Devin Wilkins, the 6'2 junior guard. Gives it back up top to Maynard. Johnson already hit a 3 in this ball game. Hence Pullman's out on him. Howie trying to shut down the drive, but can't get it. A foul here on the drive by Johnson as he will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. That was Pullman's second foul, so he heads to the bench as the freshman Trevin Nill comes on. That time at the line, Johnson able to hit both free throws. 11-5 the Herriman score. Herriman, of course, was a 4A team last year, made the jump back up to 5A this year. Flexing their 5A muscles here early on. Grant. Boy, good defense that time by Maynard coming out as Howie tries to work the post. That shot was off the mark. Johnson up to Wilkins as Herriman again looking to push things. Johnson from the elbow. That one iron. Rebounded by Howie underneath. Jowers. Nice little move that time. Goes up. Shot was off. He was trying to draw the foul. No call coming from the officials. As now Maynard pushing it the other way, and he is fouled by Howie on the shot. David Maynard will shoot 2. Foul was actually called on Grant. That was his first as Tanner Muhlstein comes on for Woods Cross. Stockton Enger comes on for Herriman as Maynard able to make both free throws. It's a 13-5 lead for the road team. A little bit of shell shock as Jowers trying to work the blocks. That shot is blocked. Then fouled from behind as coming over the top was Glauser. Actually, a jump ball the call. Back to the Mustangs it goes. So now Herriman trying to take advantage of the jump ball. Here's Maynard with the drive. Missed it. Put back. Rolls off. And this board brought in by Jowers. And then a reach foul here going to be called on Herriman's Jake Solis. Harry kicks this outside to Nell. Now Grant looking to drive. Gets around the corner. Offensive foul. Going to be called down low on Muhlstein. Bucket is no good. Herriman able to break that press easily. Johnson pump faked on the 3 as Harry went flying by, and Alec Johnson gets another one. It's a 10-point lead for Herriman here in the first quarter. Don't know if many people saw this coming. Certainly the Herriman students didn't, as their student section has not come yet. This one turned over again. Numbers the other way. That shot deflected. Nice job by Zakil Harry creating the turnover, and he has numbers the other way as Nell pulls up. That shot was too hard and knocked out off of Grant. It will go back to Herriman. Tyus Jefferson comes back on for Herriman. 2.5 minutes left, and the Mustangs have a 10-point lead. And there's the steal. Garrett Grant coming up with some help. And Garrett Grant throws it down. A man known for his three-point buckets goes and gets the dunk, and that brings the crowd to its feet here in the first. Coming out to help on the screen was Muhlstein as Maynard fell to the floor. That ball saved. A really nice shot by Jefferson, though a double dribble, and Herriman turns it over. Garrett Grant, the bench was still excited. The 6'1 senior threw it down on the break the last time. Woods Cross now trailing by 8 as Grant was coming around the screen, but they couldn't get him the ball. It was denied by Anger, and Anger still playing tight D on Grant. He knows how deadly he can be. Grant looking to drive again, dishes it off underneath, and the foul underneath as going up for the shot was Muhlstein. Glauser will pick this up. That was the first foul on Glauser. Muhlstein at the line made his first one. Second attempt, rolls off. 15-8 now the score for Herriman, is this time a foul. Fans wanted a travel on Maynard, but a foul on the drive called on Jowers. Devin Wilkins comes back in for Herriman. This is a young Herriman squad as Maynard with another bucket, the baseline jumper for the junior guard. We've got a foul underneath the basket. It'll be called on Glauser again. That's his second. Second foul on Glauser. This ball inbounded to Grant for three, and Garrett Grant, his second three-pointer of the game. And right now he has 8 of Woods Cross 11 points. Garrett Grant showing up here. Nice ball movement over to Jefferson. He's being guarded by Harry. Harry trying to take away his inside option, and stepping on the line and turning it over was Jefferson. Really nice defense by Harry. The lead was as many as 10. It's down to 6. Zakil Harry with the drive. He's going to put one up from the baseline. That one no good, and rebounded by Sutton. Then Harry almost knocked it away from Jefferson, but Jefferson able to re-control it. Now on the drive, and that's an easy call for the officials as Muhlstein reached in. Second foul on Muhlstein. It was also the 6th team foul on Woods Cross, so Herriman going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way as that shot by Maynard came out of the rim. 40 seconds left here in the opening period. Zakil Harry looking inside. Muhlstein working against the sophomore, and a travel on Muhlstein. Muhlstein heads to the bench with 2 fouls as Howie checks in for him for the last 30 seconds of this opening quarter. Maynard bringing the ball up slowly. No rush as Herriman likely going to look to have the last possession. That ball nearly taken away by Jowers. Again, Jefferson able to recover. Far side, and Howie is just surrounding Wilkins. Wilkins able to get it away eventually to Maynard. Down to 8 seconds left. Drive by Jefferson, kicked, free throw line jumper from Sutton, and that is good. 3 seconds left. Woods Cross going to throw one up. This is football style for the Woods Cross quarterback, no go, and the first quarter has come to an end. 19-11, a strong start for the Herriman Mustangs on the road. Woods Cross will start with the ball at the beginning of this second quarter, facing an 8-point deficit in territory that they're not familiar with as Jowers double team comes, and that ball blocked out. That ball blocked from behind, and they say Jowers was the last to touch it. Back to the Mustangs it goes as Jefferson for 3. And Tyus Jefferson, the junior, with a 3-pointer. Largest lead of the game now at 11. Luke Jowers back to Grant. Howie working hard down low, but now they get the ball to him. Outside to Nell. Grant looking to drive here, and a blocking foul going to be called on Alec Johnson. Foul on Johnson as Josh Calley makes his debut. That's him with it now. Again, Herriman doing a really nice job of staying with these Woods Cross shooters as Grant goes glass. Another bucket for Garrett Grant. He's in double figures in this ball game here early on. Now this is Devin Wilkins with it. Looking to go inside. Nell on him. Jefferson lost that one, able to regain it. As Zakil Harry able to poke it away. You're not going to catch him. Zakil Harry. Oh, he tried to dunk it and left it short. And now Herriman with numbers the other way. As Johnson was going up, Nell came over. That looked clean. But they call the foul on Nell, and to the line to shoot 1-1 goes Alec Johnson. 1-1 for Johnson. First attempt rims out. Boy, that lucky for the Wildcats as that one took an awkward hop at the end. Howie's still able to rein it in. Cowley now, nice job bringing that pass in. Grant with a pump fake, and then, boy, no driving lanes as Alec Johnson stays right with him. Inside to Howie now, kicks outside. Cowley gonna shoot the three. Back of the iron, being batted around. And then Garrett Grant has it. He will try a three-pointer. That one no good, and the rebound brought in by Jake Solis for Herriman. Johnson, and a blocking foul gonna be called here, I believe, on Howie. Foul was actually on Grant, his second. 1-1 at the line. First one was made, though the second one you saw hit the front of the iron by Alec Johnson as Garrett Grant came down with the rebound. 10-point lead here for the Mustangs, 23-13. Grant being guarded by Johnson. He's going to shoot the three again. That one off. Now that was Wilkins, threw it away. Harry to Nell, and Nell wisely will back it out. Right now, we mentioned the shots have been falling for Woods Cross. Right now, they're not. Grant recognizing that, driving, missing it. Howie with the putback, missed that one, tapped out by Grant, and Woods Cross still with possession here. Nice job working the glass for the Wildcats. Garrett Grant, back to Nell. Nell's gonna shoot the three. That one rimmed out. Johnson turning back in, trying to work against Harry. Coming over to help was Howie, though that took him out of position for the rebound. Is getting the putback was Jake Sutton. The rebound and the bucket, 25-13 Herriman. Now's the kill, Harry. Over to Grant. Grant being guarded by Johnson. Johnson listed at 6'3". He looks all of that. He's made it tough on Garrett Grant. Is now Maynard pushing the other way. That's going to be a blocking call as he dribbled right into Howie. Howie's saying, hey, I was just running down the floor. He does not like the call. Neither does this crowd. 1-1 at the line for Maynard. Made his first attempt. Second attempt on the way. Up and no good. Howie with the rebound. He also had the foul. Luke Jowers just checked in. He is bringing the ball up right now for Garrett Grant. Meanwhile, Skylar Mutterspaw, the senior forward, on the floor, number 45 for Herriman. This ball turned over. No, nice shot by Nell, chasing that down. Unfortunate theirs. Herriman nearly had a fast break. Cowley in the corner, looking to drive. Instead, we'll pass it out. Midway through this second quarter, it's 26-13, advantage to Herriman. A little bit of a turnaround fallback jumper by Jowers that hit the iron, and the irons have not been friendly to the home team here tonight. Mutterspaw, his pass deflected by Trevin Nell, tracked down by Wilkins. Now double team at midcourt. That one nearly turned over. Nice job staying with it by Anger. Gets Woods Cross out of position, and there's Alec Johnson for the easy lay-in. This Woods Cross team plays aggressive basketball. It's a fun style to watch, but in cases like that, got burnt. It's a foul going to be called underneath on Herriman. Pullman comes on for Howie for the Wildcats. That was the first foul on Mutterspaw, and Pullman able to use glass and get his first bucket of the evening. Up quickly with Maynard. Maynard tries to dunk it, but a big play stepping in by Jackson Pullman, the senior forward, drawing the charge. Three minutes left here in what has been a tough half if you're a Wildcat fan. That pass deflected out. Will stay here with Woods Cross. Ball inbounded. Cowley with the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Gets this ball up to Maynard. Maynard driving to the hoop. And Herriman, that fast break tempo, really paying off in buckets. 30-15 the score. Pullman kicks out. Now trying to reestablish positioning, and he does. Going up, and he is fouled by Skylar Mutterspaugh. Mutterspaugh picked up his second. He comes out as Jake Sutton comes back on. Meanwhile, both free throws good for Jackson Pullman. Harry able to tip that pass, though still made its way to Johnson, who was the intended recipient. Now Woods Cross in a zone, trying to change things up defensively in the corner now. Anger looking to dribble around. Finds Maynard. Maynard dribbling into some space, and a traveling call on the junior. Garrett Grant just checked in for Woods Cross. 2 minutes left. Facing an uphill battle and needing their best shooter, and the state's best shooter at that. Side, Pullman kicks out to Jowers. Harry trying to work around some screens. Pullman gonna shoot the three from the baseline, front of the iron. And the rebound goes to Herriman. Maynard spins back inside, tried to lay it to Johnson. Pass deflected, nice move by Alec Johnson, and he is fouled by Jowers. And Alec Johnson will head to the line to shoot two. Second foul on Jowers. Johnson missed his first free throw. Second one is good. Howie came in for Jowers, who just went to the bench. Jefferson also back on for Herriman. Howie gives this off to Pullman, and Pullman just lost it out of bounds. Johnson racing the ball up the floor before this D can get set. Three-pointer on the way. That one no good. That one went off of Harry. Oh, I thought it went off Harry. No, it didn't. Goes back to Woods Cross. Harry brings the ball up the floor. Howie to Grant coming around the screens. Nice pass to Pullman underneath. That ball swatted away. Jake Sutton does his best Matumbo, and then the ball out of bounds stays with Herriman. .45 seconds left in this first half. Woods Cross extending this zone a little bit with Harry, trying to disrupt some of these passing lanes. Maynard with it on the baseline. Boy, nice pass out of that as he looked to be sealed off, but he found the sophomore Jake Sutton from the elbow, and more buckets for this Herriman team, 33-17. Top with Grant. Right now someone has to score for Woods Cross. Grant has been the guy thus far. He's got most of the points. I think he has 10 or 12 in this first half. Nice crossover by Harry. He tries to float this up, left it short. Rebounded by Jefferson, and then Harry commits a foul with 2 seconds left, and Jefferson will go to the line to shoot two. Jefferson's first free throw was good. We'll show you his second here with 2.1 seconds left. Good as well. Largest lead of this game, 18 points for the Mustangs, as Harry just gonna throw one up. That one no good. To the locker rooms we go. Lots of work ahead for the Woods Cross Wildcats. They trail Herriman 35-17 at the half. A little bit of a shell-shock feeling here as we start the second half. 35-17, the Herriman lead, and they've really clamped down on these Woods Cross shooters. Done a really nice job. This is Jefferson being guarded by Grant. Jumper on the way from Wilkins. That one no good, and maybe it's just that basket as that one came out of Wilkins. Looking inside to Howie. Kicks it out. Jowers now with the drive. Cross-court pass handled by Pullman. Howie with nice positioning on the sophomore. You can see how he disrupted that shot, though. Sutton went up strong, and Howie's on the floor. He is hurt. They're going to have to call a timeout to help him get off. Muhlstein checks in for Howie, who is able to get off the floor. In that second quarter, Herriman outscored Woods Cross 16-6. Certainly helped build this 8-point advantage, which they have. Well, 18-point advantage, which they have right now. Johnson being guarded by Pullman. Jefferson tried to cut along the baseline, now pops back out. Harry comes out to guard him. Wilkins with another jumper. That one no good either. Maynard with the rebound and a foul. Going to be called on Maynard over the back. He doesn't like it. It'll be Woods Cross ball. Second foul on Maynard. Occurs with 6:45 left here in the third. Plays a clean ball game, something you have to love from a junior scorer. Nice job by Muhlstein, finding Pullman underneath. Mentioned this Woods Cross team, one of the differences this year is they have the capability to go inside. Nice job doing so there to get the first points of this second half. And right now, if you're a Wildcat fan, it's just chip away at what seems to be a huge lead. Tyus Jefferson up top. Gets it to Wilkins, coming around the screen, working inside, and that one able to be just laid up and in by the sophomore Jake Sutton, using that 6'7" frame. Doesn't have a lot of weight to him, but he holds his own down in the post and provides a really nice option for Herriman. Is Harry able to chase this one down? How about that pass to Muhlstein, who gets the finish over Sutton? That looked like another turnover. But a nice save by Harry, and then the ball goes through Maynard's hands and back to Woods Cross. And you start to get a little bit of a feel that maybe Woods Cross getting in the rhythm of this ball game. Still have a lot of work to do as Jowers, corner three, back of the iron. There's Muhlstein able to pick it up, and then he traveled. Mutterspaw checks in for Sutton, who's had really good minutes in this ball game. Johnson's drive is closed off, and then a 5-second call. Johnson can't believe it. That's a curious one. Ball goes back to Woods Cross. Harry running the point for Woods Cross. Up top, now Harry on that far side. Pullman being guarded by Maynard. Instead will pass out. This man defense for Herriman, it's been suffocating. Not a lot of room today for Woods Cross. Muhlstein trying to work the blocks. Pullman going to shoot the three. That one hits front of iron. Rebounded by Mutterspaw. Johnson, he finds some room. Passes underneath, and Mutterspaw with the lay-in. That is all set up by the drive by Alec Johnson, the senior guard. Really nice recognition, catching Woods Cross out of position defensively. Able to capitalize. That pass broken up by Maynard. Numbers coming for Herriman. And then the ball is knocked away by Harry. And tell you what, fortunate that Maynard wasn't called for an offensive, was leading with that off arm. Either way, turned over to Woods Cross as now they look to set things up. Jowers gonna drive, nice seal, and the foul. Count the bucket by Jowers. He'll go to the line to shoot one. Jowers gets the free throw. No good. And the rebound to Jake Solis, who just checked in for Herriman. Trevin Nell just checked in for Woods Cross. Midway through the third quarter. Advantage is still 16 for Herriman. Muhlstein went to the bench to get a breather. Finishing my thought, he did a really nice job sealing that edge to allow the drive by Jowers as this play broken up. Jowers in full attack mode here. Goes up, shot is missed, then knocked out. Trevin Neal able to collect it in the corner. Pass is out. Grant for three. No good. Harry tries to get the tip. Able to come down with it. And then that ball was thrown off of Herriman. Nice job by Harry, able to hang and save possession. Up top with Trevin Nell, just a freshman. So a lot of youth for Woods Cross as well as Pullman's three. No good, rebounded by Herriman. And Stockton Anger, the sophomore. Couple sophomores on the floor right now for Herriman between Anger and Sutton. Sutton with it now. Has that one knocked away, able to recover it. Here's Johnson. Dribbles near side, coming up to set a screen. Mutterspaw. As Johnson tried to work the other way. Now, got his lengthy arms on that one. Pushed back outside, and right now Herriman looks a little disordered offensively. Sutton with it now. He's hit that shot, but Grant up on him. Now Woods Cross still in that zone defense is Stockton Anger with it. Grant coming out on him. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Grant tried to steal that one instead of timeout taken by Herriman. Ball inbounded to Johnson. Brings it across the timeline. Herriman holding a 16-point advantage still, 39-23. He's dribbling it over near side was Wilkins. Now a little bit of pressure D. His baseline jumper from Sutton. Tell you what, for being 6'7", he's got a really nice shot. He's going to be a difficult one to deal with in Region 4 in the years to come. Just a sophomore and having a stellar game. Jowers trying to work the post, help defense coming over. Passes out of it, now cross to Grant. That one deflected, Grant able to recover it. Has Pullman, that's where he goes for three. And that three is good for Jackson Pullman. He's tried a few of them. I think that's the first one that's fallen for him. And finally for Woods Cross, as they are just trying to get a bit of a feel from distance. Here's Alec Johnson now with it on the far side. Passes back, Wilkins. Again, this zone defense. A little bit of a trapping element, though they certainly aren't pressing it. Nice passing to find the open shot. And then an over-the-back call on Jake Sutton trying to go for the board on the Anger missed shot. David Maynard is checked back in for Herriman as Anger heads to the bench. Maynard has 3 fouls. 1 minute left here in the third, so certainly an item of concern for Maynard. The shot that time by Jowers was no good and rebounded by Sutton. Johnson gets it across the timeline in the corner with Mutterspaw. That pass deflected by Grant and out of play. Herriman working the ball out outside of that zone D. Thrown back to Johnson. And again, just working the perimeters. Looks like Herriman trying to get the last shot here out top to Johnson. Boy, look at the quick ball movement. That's a great way to beat zone defenses. And really, it's been Herriman being quick, whether it be in transition or offensively, as Maynard has that one knocked away. Coming out with it is Pullman. Can't get the shot off. Third quarter over. Woods Cross still trailing the Herriman Mustangs. 41-26 heading to the fourth. Start of the fourth. And 8 minutes with this deficit, the way that Woods Cross has been shooting doesn't seem like long enough. Can't think about that, though. Possession at a time. Garrett Grant has this one. Roll off the rim, and that has been pretty much the night for these Wildcats. Grant had 2 threes in the first quarter. Since then, has been relatively quiet, as have his teammates. Pullman hit a 3 in that third. As we get a foul here on Zakeel Harry. Tyus Jefferson dribbling it out. He's got guys up in his grill. Again, you see that quick passing and unselfish play by Maynard leads to the turnover. Coming the other way, Zakeel Harry looking to drive baseline, and not a lot of guys who can shut off a drive by Harry's. Pretty good job by Jefferson, though he did commit the foul. Sutton checks back in for Herriman. And an offensive foul. Illegal screen set by the freshman Nell. Johnson will bring the ball up the floor. And I mentioned Woods Cross averaging 73 points per game coming into this one. This 26 not going to help that average out very much. Underneath, all alone, and Sutton lays it in. Again, you see Woods Cross trying to extend that defense as Herriman is shown to just be happy to pass the ball around the perimeter, and it leads for the loneliness underneath as Jackson Pullman, that's his second three of this ball game. 43-29, the advantage for Herriman is trying to break the press. Jefferson able to lay it in. Again, not many guys that can keep away from Zakeel Harry. That time, Tyus Jefferson got to the open floor, and Harry couldn't catch him as this lay-in for Grant was a little hard off the glass. Again, it's fast down the floor in transition. Sutton has that one hit the back of the iron. Jowers coming the other way. He's going to look to drive to the hoop. That one rolls off as well. Love the attacking mentality by the Mustangs. Whenever there's been an opportunity to drive, they've taken it. Inside to Sutton again. And Jake Sutton is having a fantastic ball game. The sophomore working the front court beautifully there. It's 47-29 advantage for Herriman. Grant, he's going to pull up the jumper. That bucket is good. Slow getting back, and Nell able to get a piece of it, maybe at least disrupt the pass to Sutton. Now Woods Cross coming down. Harry, count the bucket, and the foul on Jefferson. Harry to the line. That was the second foul on Jefferson. Harry at the line, free throw, no good. Rebounded by Maynard. Gonna run it up the floor. Now passes back to Wilkins as Herriman will set things up as we approach the 5-minute mark in this ball game. Deficit down to 14. That ball deflected, stays here with Herriman. Thrown up top with Johnson. Initially was looking at Sutton underneath, but Jowers did a pretty good job on him. Being guarded, and a timeout going to be taken here by Herriman. Inbounded to Maynard. He's going to take it on the run. Nice job stepping in by Jowers to create the jump ball situation. Stays here with the Mustangs. They're going to get the ball in. Nell got a paw on that. To inbound. Has Jefferson up top. That's where he will go with it. Boy, almost getting the steal was Harry, though he will be called for a foul here. Third foul on Harry. As he stays into this ball game. Maynard able to bring that in. Trying to fight through the double team, and he traveled in doing so. Four and a half left, 14-point lead. The way that Woods Cross can shoot the ball, certainly not over. Harry for three. That one hit the side of the glass, rebounded by Grant. He drives, gives it to Jowers. Jowers going up, count the bucket, and the foul on Sutton. Sutton can't believe it. Jowers with a chance to tack on a free throw, and he does. Game not over. It's down to 11. And we've seen Woods Cross have a little more success inside. Driving here is Maynard. That one comes off the rim. Loose ball, and Maynard's able to come down with. Spins around, and that one hits the rim and gets fouled. He goes to the line to shoot two. First foul by Maynard was good. Second attempt, good as well. Grant coming around, but Harry went the other way. Pullman tried to touch it over to Nell. Nell was able to get there. Now Pullman kicks outside, cross court to Nell. Nell's going to shoot the three. That one's good! And a timeout taken. Trevin Nell with the three-pointer draws the Cats to within 10, 49-39. Right now, Woods Cross with a little bit of a four-court press. Jowers with the steal and threw it off of Mutterspaw. Ball to Woods Cross. And right now, this Woods Cross section trying to cheer on their team. Haven't been within single digits, I believe, since early in that second quarter. This ball deflected. Jefferson able to track it down. Going to the hoop, pulls up. That shot hops over the rim and rebounded by Pullman, who's done a really nice job down low for Woods Cross. With Howie, he got saddled with an injury, and we haven't seen him since. Three-pointer for Jowers. That one rimmed out. Rebounded by Wilcox, and then he is in trouble, and a foul called here, I believe, on Nell. Second foul on Nell as Stockton Enger is checked back in for Herriman. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Johnson up to Jefferson along that baseline. Harry closes down on him, now a cross-court pass. Eventually finds Wilcox back up top now for the Mustangs. Johnson being guarded by Pullman. Up top with Wilkins. He is fouled, I believe, on Harry. That's his fourth. Both teams with 16 fouls, so we will be shooting free throws both ways from here on out as Jowers comes up aggressively on Enger. Boy, good ball into Maynard. He's fouled by Pullman, and Maynard will go to the line to shoot. Fourth foul on Pullman. Maynard shooting 1-1 at the line. This is the front end. No good. Maynard gets his own rebound and lays it in. You've got to block box out on a free throw. Woods Cross didn't get the message. 51-39. What a big follow-up that was. Jowers coming down. That one was hard as his stepping got messed up. Then a jump ball on the rebound, and it stays here with Woods Cross. Lofted into Harry. Back to Jowers. Corner three for Luke Jowers. And a timeout for Woods Cross. 51-42. The lead is down to 9. It's the closest Woods Cross has been in a while. This pass barely entered and then fouled quickly by Nell. No good. Rebounded by Pullman. Jowers has it. 2 minutes left in this ball game. Pullman hands off to Grant, coming around the Pullman screen. Grant's looking to drive, tried to kick out to Pullman. He was fouled, and Garrett Grant to the line, shooting 1-1. Front end of the 1-1. Grant rolls off, rebounded by Mutterspaw, fouled by Jowers immediately. Mutterspaw made his first free throw. He's awarded a second. Was good as well. Back to an 11-point lead for Herriman. 1:48 left. Grant, boy, they are just surrounding him. Pullman going to shoot the three. That one well short. Nell trying to track it down, does so, saves it to Jowers, who's going to shoot the three. That one rims out, so close to going down. Comes out as Nell commits the foul. Double bonus for the Mustangs. Wilkins missed his first free throw. Second one, no good. It rolled in on him. It looked long immediately. Got the friendly spin off the bounce. 54-42. Advantage for the Mustangs with 1:30 left. Grant, boy, nice job that time as he popped out. Herriman respecting his long ball. Gave up the drive. They'll give up the two to save the three. 54-44 now as Maynard tries to throw this one up quickly. Boy, Grant could have grabbed it. Instead, it's Harry who comes down with it. Woods Cross with an extra possession as that ball swatted out by Johnson. Inbounded to Pullman. Right now, clock becoming a factor. Down to a minute left. That ball deflected. Ends up with Maynard. He's fouled by Jowers. And Maynard goes to the line. Now a technical on Luke Jowers as he thought he got fouled. Jowers picked up 4 and 5 as he was assessed the technical. He is out of this ball game. Maynard went 2 of 4 on the trip as another foul here. And back to the line now heads Jefferson. And fouling out is Zakeel Harry for Woods Cross. Jefferson made his first free throw, his second coming up now. Good as well. 58-44. Minute left as Garrett Grant brings the ball up. Jefferson and Harry have both fouled out. Two of the leading scorers for these Cats. As Muhlstein goes up, is fouled from behind, I believe, on Maynard, and Muhlstein will shoot two. Muhlstein's first free throw was good. Second free throw, missed it. And then trying to save it was Mutterspaw, instead turned it over. Grant makes the bucket. An awkward series has it down to 11 with the running clock, 58-47, and a foul before the inbound on Cowley. Jefferson's first free throw was good. It's a 12-point lead. He has one more coming here. Good as well. The junior, solid at the free throw line. Grant gonna hurry this one down. A long three-pointer for Gary Grant is good. Inbounded to Maynard. No one was on him. Now quickly up with Jefferson as Muhlstein gonna come down and foul Jefferson. Back to the line. Tyus Jefferson goes. Jefferson made his first free throw. Second one good as well, and Tyus Jefferson is just sealing this game up for the Mustangs as he's been solid at the free throw line. Now Johnson comes out on Grant, and then he tried to give it to Muhlstein. Grant gonna use glass. That bucket's good. That inbound deflected. Now Mutterspaw in the corner. He's fouled, and going to the line to shoot two will be Skylar Mutterspaw, the senior forward for Herriman. Nell has fouled out of this ball game as Roar has come on for him. Mutterspaw made his first free throw. Second one is no good. Instead, a lane violation underneath.
Lane violation called against the Mustangs.
Mutterspaw goes 1 of 2 at the line as Nell is fouled out. Roar comes on for him. 63-52, 10 seconds left. Grant with the pull-up three. That no good. Rebounded. And then a foul underneath. Is the bucket good? Yes, it is. Count the bucket for Tyler Roar. No shot now. Call has changed, and Roar will go to the line to shoot two. And actually called it not on Muhlstein, but he was the one who took the free throw. It was a 1-on-1 situation, missed it. And Herriman with the board and runs out the clock. A nice road win for the Herriman Mustangs. They hand the Woods Cross Wildcats their first defeat of the season, 63-52. Again, our final score here from Woods Cross High School. The Herriman Mustangs have defeated the Woods Cross Wildcats 63-52. And this was a game, talking with Coach Walkenhurst before the game for Woods Cross, said, you know, you can live and die by the three, but at some point you're not going to be able to live by it. It's going to go cold. And tonight was the first time that Woods Cross had really experienced that. Garrett Grant got off to a nice start. He had a pair of threes in that first quarter. Also had a dunk. He had 8 of the 11 first quarter points for Woods Cross, but they would trail 19-11 off of a Herriman team that really looked to push the ball, and they looked great doing it. Maynard and Johnson had such strong starts for this Herriman team, and in the second quarter, much of the same thing. We saw Herriman try to take advantage, find driving lanes, get to the hoop, get some free throws, and they would hold a 35-17 lead at the half as Woods Cross cold shooting would continue. Jowers really could not get a feel, neither could Grant, aside from those pair of three-pointers that he had in the first quarter. Third quarter, still not much better for Woods Cross. The shot was not falling, and Herriman just able to really do what they wanted to do. Their defense was really tight tonight. Good, tight man defense as we headed to the fourth. It was, again, a big lead for Herriman. Woods Cross finally got on track a little bit in that fourth quarter as we saw Jowers with a three-point play. Actually, Pullman got to give some love to Jackson Pullman tonight off the bench. Not off the bench tonight, but he had a 3 in the third quarter, a 3 at the beginning of the fourth. It really sparked the comeback for these Wildcats. They were down by as many as 20. They came back to within 9 behind Pullman's efforts, as well as Jowers hit a three-point play and a 3. Grant hit a 3, and looked like Woods Cross with a couple minutes left was going to make a final push in this ball game, but it would be the Herriman Mustangs who answer the call as Woods Cross brought that defense up to try to create turnovers. We saw Herriman attack and get down the floor quickly, push the ball up. Maynard was absolutely fantastic tonight, as was Johnson. They got off to such a strong start. Jake Sutton, the sophomore, we talked about him and his rebounding. He only averaged a little over 3 points a game coming into this one. He was in double figures tonight as he looked really good down low. The Howie injury for Woods Cross was huge as it allowed Sutton to really dominate the paint. He got some really easy looks, but he was also showed showed that he can hit the jumper from 15 feet. He had a couple of those tonight, and he was a force offensively for the Mustangs, who again handed the Woods Cross Wildcats their first defeat of the season. 63-52 the final score for Woods Cross. 4-1 on this early season. Their next game will be against Timpanogos on the road. That'll be a good chance to try to get this offense back on pace for the Cats, who came in here averaging 73 points a game. Meanwhile, for the Herriman Mustangs, they improved to 2-3. Again, much better than that record indicates they are. An overtime loss to a very good Bingham team and a good win tonight on the road against a good Woods Cross team, a game in which they were stellar defensively, really tightened the clamps on this Woods Cross team and really took advantage with their offensive and their quickness. Jefferson was huge at the free throw line late as he really salted this game away for Herriman. Again, they walk out of here with a 63-52 victory over the Woods Cross Wildcats. That's going to do it for our coverage today on High School Rewind. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.